begins with breaking news.
That breaking news, the clash between Sheriff Susan Hutson and the judges of criminal court was resolved temporarily. Now, the sheriff agreed to send deputies to the courthouse this weekend, but Hutson offered no commitments beyond Saturday and Sunday. Now, that is where we begin this evening. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Sharice Gibson, joined in studio right now by investigative reporter Mike-Perlstein to break this all down for us. Mike, what's happening here?
Well, Sharice, Sheriff Hutson said her office is taking, quote, extreme measures to have about a dozen deputies work at the criminal courthouse this weekend, providing inmate transport and court security. This all comes after Hutson was found in contempt of court Wednesday for not following an order to staff the court last weekend for magistrate hearings. Those hearings have been held virtually since the COVID pandemic, and while weekday court resumed years ago with a full staff of deputies, the sheriff's office says it just doesn't have enough resources to restart weekend hearings. While in-person court will be back this weekend, Hutson made no commitments to cover future weekends. Now, despite this temporary fix, the sheriff's legal team filed a notice of appeal to try and throw out that contempt conviction. And for now, Sharice, Hutson is scheduled to appear on August 4th and could face a fine of up to $500 per violation for that contempt.
But all of this comes really at a bad time because we're talking about an election year. What are pollsters saying about this latest situation?
Well, as a matter of fact, she's drawn two major candidates, and most political experts and pollsters say she is probably an underdog in the race in which she is an incumbent. Remember, on May 16th, we had that mass jailbreak of 10 inmates, one still at large. That is hanging over her head. And now this contempt ruling by the judges, and while it's resolved for this weekend, it has the potential to be an ongoing issue with a sentencing coming up. Her appeal will be pending next week. So she's got a lot of negatives on her plate while she faces re-election.
Hopefully we do hear what's going to happen in the coming weekend. So if they can find a permanent fix to the sheriff's office, sheriff's supplying for weekend court hearings.
That's right, and she says, look, she just doesn't have the budget, she just doesn't have the deputies, but she is taking, among the extreme measures, looking at extending overtime, going to the council with her budget concerns, and perhaps some other longer-term fix.
All right, Mike Perlstein, I know you stay on top of it. Thank you so much.